Now we're going to take a quick introduction to scheduling. Okay, so what I have is scheduling of 3 subroutines here, and they've got a variety of different inputs, and the output is going to be a conveyor, robot, and a pump. Okay, so assuming that these subroutines were in function blocks, what we would do is we would insert the first function block here, which would be a function block called, I guess, conveyor might be a good, or convey, maybe that's a good name for it. Okay. And so on the Siemens, there's the EN, which means that if we run that back to the rail, that means that that conveyor is automatically going to get called. So this sub is going to get called. And what this does is this controls the output of a conveyor. Okay? And so what causes the conveyor to come on? We don't know. There's some ladder logic in here that is going to cause it to come on, but it's related to 3 inputs. So, we could say input 1, input 2, input 3, but maybe it has something to do with a safety. Maybe it has a start button, a tag, and these would have addresses, input 0.0, input 0.1, and then maybe the stop needs to be true. So basically, if for some reason I'm assuming we got a 1 here, a 1 here, and a 1 here, something was going to be going on here, some ladder logic, and the conveyor would come on. Okay? So now the next one would be a robot operation if 2 inputs were going to come on. So we would have this robot, I guess it would be a subroutine, and it's turning on a robot. And we can go ahead and get crazy and call this Q0.0. Maybe that's turning on some type of interlock to a robot. Okay, and if we connect it here, we schedule it. It becomes scheduled, so it's going to be running. And what causes this to come true? Well, we don't know. We can't see inside of the ladder logic here, but apparently it's a couple of inputs. And once again, it could be a start or a safety, but you didn't note that it's basically input 0.0 maybe, and maybe input 1.3. I don't know, so we're just making this up, but maybe that's the start button, and maybe that's a stop button, or maybe a state manager contact or something. But that's my robot. And then we have a pump operation. So once again, we've got another subroutine here called pump, and maybe this is turning on some type of a pump. Remember, this is a tag, so if you want to assign these outputs Q1.1, this conveyor could have been Q0.7. What turns on the pump? Well, some type of inputs. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe there's a double start on it. We don't know because we don't know what's in here. So maybe a start and a start. Maybe there's an overload that needs to be made, and maybe there's a safety. And these are associated with I/O on the PLC. So you could label these as I1.1, I1.2, I0.8, I0.9. I don't know, but whatever these I/O were connected to the input module, that was what would cause the pump to start.